Shut up and sit down.
Hi everybody, this is Alexis from Financial Phoenix, and we are here today to talk to you about how you can have a nice dinner and some entertainment for free or cheap, pretty free, pretty cheap, for something that I think that we don't think of as often, and that is fishing. Hello. There's David. So we're out here today at the lake where we live, Apple Valley, and we are on the water doing some fishing. We're going to talk about how you can, with a small investment, make some memories that can last a lifetime with your kids, some really enjoyable moments out here on the lake, and also how you can make dinner for yourself and your family for really free or cheap. And we're going to do it all sitting here at the lake talking to you about fishing. So I think sometimes people forget that fishing is an option, especially if you, like me, didn't grow up with it a lot as, you know, a form of anything. I mean, I caught fish with my dad a couple times growing up, but I can count those on one hand, and those were, you know, kind of few and far between, and we didn't clean and cook our own fish. We just threw them back. So this might be new to some people, some city folk, but, you know, if you're really in need of a free dinner, fishing is definitely a good way to do that. So it's a small initial investment, and then you really can look forward to a lot of free meals. And it's a good way to entertain the kids during the summer, too. So we're just out here. We may not eat tonight the way that it's going. We haven't caught anything yet. We've got a couple bites, but I don't know.
So, one thing that a lot of people forget when it comes to being frugal is that fishing is an option. Hunting is, for that matter, too, but that's not what we're going to talk about today. Fishing is super cheap, and it's a really great choice. I bought this pole, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago, and it served me the whole time without any problems. It's a Shakespeare Ugly Stick, and they have a lifetime warranty, so that's why I like it. Still using the same line that I had on it originally. The tackle and stuff is just a few bucks to get all the hooks and sinkers and stuff that you need, and then your license is like $20 a year, so it's a super great deal. And I'm trying to keep an eye on it because I thought I had a bite a moment ago. The wind's also bouncing around.
So what is the... Oh,
that was definitely a bite. You can go ahead and ask questions. I just gotta watch this.
No, we want to get this on camera. We want to get the bite on camera.
Okay, one more time and we're going to try to get him. Anyway, go on.
Okay, so what's the initial investment look like if you've never fished before, if you don't have any equipment?
So if you don't have anything at all, you're starting completely from scratch. I mean, you can get a used pole at a garage sale usually for $10 or so. I got this brand new from Walmart for $20. Like I said, the hooks and sinkers and stuff, you can get all of that gathered together in a little tackle box for like $5 if you don't already have somebody who can lend you some for free. And then the license, I think it was $22 for an annual license here in Ohio, so it's super cheap.
And how long does that last you, an annual license?
It's full year.
Yeah, but I mean, theoretically, how long can you fish?
Well, I mean, it depends if you enjoy like ice fishing and stuff in the winter. I do not. So, I mean, if you don't like ice fishing, you could purchase your license in like March, and it would last you at least till like September, so till it gets cold.
Okay. So that's your initial investment, and then what do you need on a specific fishing trip?
Well, you don't need much else. I mean, we have the chairs here just to be comfortable, but you can sit on the ground. Oh, still got some worm left. Just a little bit. Let's bait back up. You really don't need much else other than the things we talked about already. In terms of bait, just depends what you're fishing for. I like to go for catfish. We got some night crawlers today, which you can get yourself or buy them. That's actually a really fun thing to do with the kids, is if you want to catch your own. You can just go out after a nice rain out in your yard at night, bring a flashlight or two, and what we did when we were kids is we would just take dishwashing detergent and mix it up in some water, and then just dump that bucket out on the lawn, and it doesn't hurt them. It just irritates their skin enough to make them come up out of the ground, and then you can just gather them up into a container with some dirt.
So that's an option for free bait. You can also buy them, but keep in mind buying them at places that are close to the lake. Like we have a bait shop up here close to where we go to the lake. They're going to be about $5 a piece, which is not a good investment. You can get them as cheap as like $2.50 for a little thing of them.
Try your gas stations in the area.
Gas stations in the area, or you had a really great idea for the grocery store.
There's two ideas. I mean, depending on what you're fishing for. If you want catfish like us, you can just get a container of chicken livers from the store, and you can use about a half a liver each time. Catfish really go for that. It's got a lot of good scent. Or if you want smaller panfish like bluegill and sunfish, you can just get a can of kernel corn and just put a kernel or two on your hook at a time.
One of the things we love about fishing is that it's a really easy and free entertaining experience to take the kids with you. Our kids are now 6 and 4 and they love it, but even when they were as young as, 2?
Maybe even younger.
Maybe even younger, they were still having a really good time with it. They love helping to reel in the fish, and our oldest is getting old enough to the point now where he can do some of it on his own. What we like to do is bring, when they were littler, a pack and play or some kind of little pen to corral them, and set that right next to our chairs in like a little grassy spot like this.
Put them in the shade or put something over them to get in the shade?
Yep, put them in the shade, put some kind of shell tent or some kind of blanket or something over them where they can sit and have a good time. Put a couple toys in there and they'll be good to go for the day. Take them out occasionally and let them sit with you and watch the water, watch the fish, and they'll have a really excellent time. It's a great way to bring a picnic, or today we've just got this nice Coleman jug over here, or Rubbermaid jug full of water. That's the only thing we brought today because this is kind of an impromptu trip just for the two of us.
We're right by home, so if we get hungry, we can just
we can just run back to the house for PB&Js or something, but if we go on a longer fishing trip, we'll generally take some kind of a picnic with sandwiches and some drinks and things like that. So it's an awesome thing to do, especially in the summer, even well into the fall, to keep the kids busy. And just, when you're putting out a pack and play or something like that, take a look, make sure the ground's not wet, that sort of thing. But all in all, it's a really way to entertain kids on the cheap. And then when you are catching fish and able to bring them home, clean them, and cook them, then you've got, you've made like a $60 initial investment that you can take with you and have dinner, have entertainment, all of that. This is a really nice thing to do, during the summer. If you have any lakes around where you live, it's cheaper than the ocean. There's all kinds of things to do, from bringing trucks and letting your kids just play in the sand on the beach. Oh, do we have a bite? No? Let's see, did it get our worm? They keep teasing us.
Yep. Not very nice.
Yeah, we've had to reworm a couple times. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you got some good tips on how to have a really good time fishing with the kids, or even just by yourself, or how to pick up dinner on the cheap that way, which is something I think we've kind of forgotten about as a society, that fishing and hunting are options too. You don't have to have a homestead to make that happen. If our videos are of value to you, please let us know by hitting the like button. We really appreciate it. And definitely subscribe so that you can keep up to date on all the frugal living tips, couponing, reselling stuff that we're coming out with every day. And just thank you. Just know we really appreciate you, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Shut up and sit down.